Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Didikanku with your host, David. Today, we have a very special guest. He is a very experienced writer, an author of many books. He is also an accomplished leadership and self-growth coach. His name is Coach Wawang. So please welcome Coach Wawang.
Hello, Coach David. Good morning, mate. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to meeting you. I'm glad to be here, David.
Thank you. We're glad to have you. And thank you so much for your time and your generosity to come on our channel to share your knowledge and to share some of your stories and your journey with us. And for those viewers who are across the world and maybe it's still nighttime, good evening to you. But here we're in Indonesia, Jakarta. It's morning. As you can see, the sun behind me. So welcome to all the viewers from around the world. But Coach Wawang, so we have viewers from all different countries, and perhaps some of the viewers they're not so familiar with you or your books. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, what got you into writing, and what got you into coaching, leadership coaching, and self-growth coaching especially?
Okay. Yes, David. Actually, my background is, yes, I'm coach for leadership and self-growth. And the other thing, I'm also having a company who consulting in productivity, especially. This is why coach and mentoring is part of the tool, is part of the vehicle to bring the client to their expectation, to their goal.
Right.
And book is one of my favorite. Other than reading, I'm also author. I'm reading a book. And today I have a 10 book already. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's
nice
an amazing
to,
accomplishment. I mean, I think to write one book is already a great accomplishment, but to write 10 books, I mean, that is an amazing skill and an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, it's simple, David. It's simple. Life actually is not just once. We die one, but we live every day. So why we not share anything that we have? Because I remember Zig Ziglar said is, if you want, kalau kamu mau apapun yang ada di dunia ini, dia bilang begitu. So whatever you want, as long as you help people enough, you will got it. I mean, is my motivation. There is three things in my motivation in life. One is giving. Second is sharing. Number three is growing. So giving meaning is whatever we have, actually we can give.
Right.
No need. I mean, it's no need to looking at the thing outside of us.
Right.
Outside of me. It's just whatever I have, I can give. I can give smile. I can give the spirit. I can give the energy.
This
is the first is giving.
And you have a very beautiful smile. I just want to say that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Number two is actually sharing. What is sharing? Sharing is meaning also from inside. I got knowledge. I got experience. I've been alive about 50 years more. It's now is coming to 55.
I think not just experience, but wisdom as well.
Thank you, David. Thank you. So yes, sharing. Number three is growing, because we are giving, we are sharing, then we can dance and grow together. So this is the three my philosophy in life that make me live and more living. Because I just said we die one, but we're living every day. So that is my background, actually, David.
Yeah, and that's kind of it falls into kind of what I'm doing here with Didikanku is I want to share stories from other people, successful people such as yourself, who have a wealth of knowledge, who have a wealth of wisdom, who obviously is a very successful person in writing. You have your own company. And your company focuses on productivity. And I really like that message that you're sharing here, which is share. Because a lot of people, they say, oh, I would like to share, but I don't have anything to share yet. And they always say, when I have something to share, then I will share it. And the first thing that comes to their mind is always money. It's always about money. It's always about, yes, it's always something external. It's always something where if I had the money, I would share it, I would donate it. But they forget that sharing is not about external things. It's about, it could be about knowledge, like you said. And I'm not going to repeat everything you just said. I think you've said it perfectly. So for the viewers out there, I hope you take a note of what Coach Wawang said. Sharing really comes from, you could share a lot of things. Don't wait. Don't make excuses and tell yourself, oh, I'll do it when I have it. You have it, share it, right?
Exactly. That's the beautiful of life, actually, David. Because if people say that I will share when I'm happy, happy is not coming. Happy is not coming.
That's a good
happy
point.
Is actually here. Happy is here.
It's
everything
here and
you
now.
have is here, actually. It's here and now, actually. Whatever.
I think it's like you said, you can share happiness with a smile. Like I see your smile and you're already making me happy. So that's a beautiful message as well. I would like to know a little bit more about your journey though, Coach Wawang. So you mentioned, you've written 10 books. You started your own company that focuses on productivity. And you kind of use leadership coaching and self-growth as a platform, I guess, for productivity. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
So what started this journey to create your own company? What started this journey to start writing and start authoring? And how did you do it? I'm sure it was not easy. I'm starting my own business here with Didikanku. It's been a struggle. It's been up and down. But I've been hanging in there, and maybe one day I'll share my story. But today we would like to hear your journey, your story. So what motivated you? How did you do it? What were some of the ups and downs that you went through?
Yeah, I remember that back 2008, 2009, when Stephen Covey published his book is The 8 Habit. I remember he said is that life is that short. What apa yang mau ditinggalkan? What will be left behind you after you die?
What will we leave behind? Yeah.
So he said is you can do two things at least. One is the good thing. Number two is book, because that's two is legacy. Kalau bahasa Indonesianya adalah macan meninggalkan belang. Artinya we as human actually there's two things at least is will be reminded by people. So it's a simple. I have knowledge because I working with people before as a professional. And 2010 I starting write a book called "Is Turning Loss into Profit." This is the book. Wow.
Turning loss into profit.
Turning loss into profit. Yes.
Wow.
This book actually is when I working with Heinz ABC. Heinz is the food food company, and then from then I learn from people. Of course, I going to the class for the untuk menulis, going to this writer school and so on, and then. That's the journey start. And then after I wrote a book, and then I established my company called Mitra Prima Produktivitas. Its specialty is on the productivity. So after that, the second book is coming. It's called Berhasil. This is the Berhasil. This is my second book.
Success.
That time,
you turn loss into profit, and then there's success. I love it. I love the connection.
Yeah, this one is the motivational book. Book. This is the productivity book.
Yeah.
Why I'm reading this book? From selling this book, I got a profit.
Yeah.
Right. It's not much, but at least I got some profit. So
And you got your
okay.
message out, right? You got a message out that you were trying to share to people.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Yeah.
also quite powerful.
Yeah. And then on this one, right, it's 100% of this book. When I'm selling this book, 100% is dedicated for the operan in Jakarta Timur, is Jakarta. That the operan is for the balita operan, is the children operan. Is
Okay.
Tunas Bangsa, is 100% is for this charity. So it's not much, but at least also the philosophy like this. If I give 10 million money to that Tunas Bangsa, its meaning is 10 million.
Right.
But if I am reading a book,
right,
I cetak, I copy, and I
right,
sold the book, I sold the ebook, I have more than 10 million.
right,
The beneficial of people who are reading this book, and also I can give money to the opera.
right.
That the motivation that actually is how to untuk menyatakan
To
my
say.
three things is giving, sharing, and growing.
Yeah.
So
it's part of your values, basically.
Yes.
Part
yes.
of what your values are: sharing, motivating, and giving.
Yeah. Yeah. So that actually the beginning, that the start. All struggle, David, as you mentioned, is building the company is not
Right.
easy.
Sorry,
So,
I just want to stop you just momentarily, because it sounds a lot like a Chinese proverb where you give a man a fish, he eats for one day. You teach a man to fish, and he will eat forever. So it sounds like what you're doing is you're thinking more, how can I teach people to fish? How can I teach people knowledge instead of just give them fish, or in this case money, right?
Yes.
How we can just give people money, but then they're going to just lose that money, use that money, and then that's it, right? Whereas by you writing your book, you're giving them knowledge, you're giving them a skill to make more money, be more productive. So I just wanted to clear that and kind of summarize that for the viewers.
Exactly. Perfect, David. Perfect. Your explanation is perfect. That's the beginning, David. And then 2010, I established the company, and not easy. And 2020, 2019, I remember back from 28 February, I remember 28 February 2020, when pandemic is coming. Company is not easy to survive. It's really struggle, and nowadays everyone also having a problem. So on the beginning, I creating the company, established the company, and today always the problem is there. But again, who is make survive? It's me. It's us. It's depending on people. Actually, I said this is problem is always there. So if people say that I want to establish a company without knowing there is a problem, I don't think it become a success. So problem, challenge, and situation is always there.
I think whoever thinks that they start a company and there will be no problem, there is something mentally wrong with them, or they're just overly positive and dreamers. They think that the world is a perfect place where everything perfect happens, and life is like a movie. So
hey, David, as you remember, good movie is when a lot of things there. Struggle thing, sad thing.
Yes.
I mean, the life is beautiful when it's like coffee. It's bitter, but it's make mata menyala.
It gives us a challenge. It gives us something for us to step out of our comfort zone and adapt and change. It's kind of like there's a saying by Nietzsche, very famous philosopher. Maybe you know it. He says that to live is to suffer, but to find meaning in that suffering is to find happiness. And
Dalam sekali.
And I think that once we get too comfortable, what happens is we create our own suffering. We start complaining, we start blaming because our life is already too comfortable. So when you say like COVID come and now we have to adapt, it's very true. We as humans, we need that. We need that struggle. We need that challenge. I think, again, that's a very beautiful message from you, Coach Wawang.
Yeah, David, as you know, building a company, establish a business, writing a book, a lot of people want to be success, but they forgot they need to pay the price. Price is meaning is here,
Yes.
brain. Because why? Our brain is really intelligent.
Yep.
It's luar biasa. It's really dahsyat ini otak. But they also lazy. They also automate. They also routine. Only otak itu senang membuat senang pemiliknya. I should say is, but in English is they always keep the the owner, owner happy.
Yeah, it's like
brain always entertain.
Your brain is like trying to give you gratification, basically.
Yes.
To give you pleasure, but not the other parts of what your brain actually needs. Yes.
You're right, Pak. Jadi when come to nulis, when come to establish the company, there is we need to install the new habit. I'm suggesting to many people who want to be an author, because author is a beautiful author is sharing and also can monetize the from the book and a lot of things actually happen with the book. But are they willing to pay the price? Meaning is maukah mereka untuk invest? Are they want to invest 1 hour each day? In the morning or in the afternoon before he go to bed, something like that. Are they willing to invest 1 hour? But some people is not easy. I'm busy, man. But hey, you busy. It's 8 o'clock, right? I should say mention like that to be direct. You busy. It's 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock, right? But outside that, you can wake up on the 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But it's not easy, David. Why?
Right. Or they say I'm too busy, and then they watch 2 hours of Netflix, or they go on social media for 3 hours looking at like all these comments and other people's lives, and then comparing and getting jealous, and then they say, oh, I don't have time. I don't. So I think you make a very good point there. Is we need to train our brain to like have a schedule. So. And I think the most important investment you can make is time. Time is the only thing that we can never make, we can never produce, we can never get back, we can never, like money we can make, right? Other things, knowledge we can get, but time, if it's gone, it's gone. We will never.
It's gone.
Unless maybe Elon Musk will create a time machine, or Jeff Bezos will create a time.
Or the Avenger, you know. But David, one thing that people or me myself is realize sometimes like that. I'm watching Netflix or I'm doing a social media, 1-2 hours. After that, I realize, already 2 hours. Oh,
where did
actually
my time
I can do something else, right? I can do something else, but it's okay. It's okay. Life is life. Then it's become back to another routine. So again, it's you right, David. Actually, we can program it. I mean, bisa diprogram. Because like this, if I can wake up in the morning, then I'm doing something in the same place, same situation, hearing the music, a cup of coffee on the 5:30, something like that, every day. Then the brain starting recognize, or we call it micro habit or whatever habit. As long as he become a habit after 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, then it's become you.
Exactly.
Actually, we is whatever we do. We is whatever we believe.
We create that habit. I just want to share a story related to that. Since this pandemic, before the pandemic, I had a very bad habit. I was sleeping at 2 a.m., waking up at 10. I was starting to do work at 11 and then stay up at 2 a.m. And I was telling myself, like, I never have time in the day. I can't really do anything because I wake up at 10 and then I have to get straight into work. And then in the evening, my kids go to sleep and I want my own time. I want to watch Netflix. I want to watch my movies. And then with COVID, this has changed. So I've basically, now I wake up at 4. I'm sorry for messaging you at like
4:30 something like that. Wow, David, it's good. It's good.
So now I wake up at 4. I do exercise, and one thing that I'm really enjoying is watching the sunrise. I find that every day with this pandemic, we need to find something to be grateful for. And every time I see the sunrise, it's always different. Every day is a little different. Sometimes it's cloudy and then the sun breaks through the cloud. Sometimes there's no clouds and the sun just creates these beautiful colors. And every time I see that in the morning, it just motivates me to continue this habit of waking up, exercising, and then enjoying my sunrise. So I go to, and now because of that, by 8:30, I'm just so tired. I don't even have, I want to watch Netflix. I turn it on and I just fall asleep.
Actually, it's not bad, David, because I'm also watching drama Korea. I'm also watching Netflix. I'm also reading and whatever. I'm also like to do things that pleasure. It's no harm. It's good.
No,
it's good. Agree. But it's good as long as I'm happy. We are happy. And second thing is as long as we know the time.
I agree. I agree.
As mentioned before,
I think it's
gone.
I agree, and I think it's a little bit about balance, right? Like we still need time for ourselves and to entertain ourselves. We need that. We can't just be productive 24 hours a day. I think we would go crazy.
We forgot that we are human, and then the last is burnout, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So I absolutely agree with you. We need to find a hobby. We need to find something we can enjoy, whether that's Netflix. Maybe some people enjoy video games. Maybe some people enjoy reading a book, right?
Yes.
There's so many good things out there that we can do for our self-care. I think self-care is very important. So what do you do for example, your writing? Have you ever had writer's block? Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, what do I write next? And then what do you do in that situation? Do you take a break? Do you watch Netflix first and then go back to writing? What do you do in that situation?
David, I'm not the Superman. I'm Superman. I'm human. So it's exactly lah. It's exactly. Real life is always having a block, laziness. It's life. I mean, it's I just accepting. When mentally, physically, I said I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. So what to do? Makan soto, makan padang. What you like? Okay. So I'm asking to myself. Oh, makan padang. What's padang? This is okay. After makan padang, what to do?
So maybe get some comfort food. Get something comfortable.
Yes. So I try to manage my brain, my whatever I have. I mean, it's just self talking. Then after that, I establish, then okay. So kita mulai. We start again.
Okay.
What do you like to start? I want to start from here. Okay, it's good. So start. Because after it start, it's like the Newton rule number 1 is when momentum, when it's come around, and then is running, right?
Momentum keeps
But
going.
actually, yeah, actually the problem is with the start. When you get a moment start, yes, like you lah, wake up, always temptation to another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, right? And then about 10 minutes, okay, how about 10 minutes? Okay, but the sunshine is there. Okay, wake up, and then start. So yeah, it's I mean, it's human. I mean, it's first is accepting.
No,
Terima saja.
I think you make a good point there, and for the viewers out there, the first step is the hardest part of any journey, and this is one reason why I have a subliminal message here. You see these stairs behind me?
Yeah.
This is a subliminal message of taking your steps. So each time I have to come down to do these interviews, I have to take these steps, or I have to walk back up the steps. But it's kind of like a metaphor for me that when I'm starting these interviews or doing content for my channel, I have to take that first step. And once I take that first step, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to keep going down, or I'm going to keep going up. Either way. And I think a lot of people are afraid of that first step. So you make a very, very valid, very important point there, Coach Wawang. So I want to ask you, let's say I wanted to write a book.
Yes.
What would you say would be my first step? What's the first step I should do? Should I get a piece of paper and a pencil and just sit in front, or let's use technology, not pencil and paper. Should I get in front of my laptop, open Microsoft Word, and just spend like an hour writing anything? Or should I create a bit of a plan, like, okay, what am I going to write? For example, your first book, you wrote about how to turn loss into profit. So what was your first step? Did you first think of the title and then get into the writing? Or did you just think, oh, I had this experience. Okay, I'm going to write a little bit about it, my experience. So I don't want to keep asking all these questions, but simple question. What's the first step? I want to write. What's the first step?
The first step actually is very simple, David.
Yes.
Nothing to do with computer, nothing to do with pen, nothing to do with, because everything actually is with you already.
I'm already happy listening to this.
Yes. First thing first is you should clear with your mind. What do you want? Because if you clear to the what you want, your want will drive you. It's like, I want this girl, right? I want this girl. I want this thing. If this is clear, the mind, the brain, everything will drive you there. No matter.
Good point.
It's like when I'm falling in love with someone, right? Raining, thunder coming, whatever reason. I want to get her.
I will go there.
It's simple. It's human, right? Human nature, right? Human nature.
Right.
It's drive by one.
Right.
If I don't care, it's like, because why people is trying to get an excuse and reason. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Always.
Definitely. Always. Because like this, David, I can wrote. So people something like that. Saya tidak bisa menulis ya. Saya cuma bisa bicara ya. I can speak because I'm a public speaker. Because I'm a teacher. Because whatever your profession, right? You still can say something. But sometimes some people have a problem with writing. So it's easy. Today we have the phone. It's very smart phone. You put the recording and just say, record it, right? And then asking, hey, kid coming, please type up, type in. Hey, come on. Again, but
Exactly.
sometimes people is, aduh, ma, susah, it's difficult, blah, blah, blah. Come on. So this why, actually we are, we're not, kita tidak hidup sendiri. We're not living alone. We're
Yes,
living with
we
you,
have
living
help.
with people. Why? If as long as the material is already here, then asking David, please type for me. How much? So it's like we need other people to help. Yes.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Definitely, right?
I
need a coach to helping me from blocking. Whatever. We actually, as long as the first we clear what we want.
Very good point.
The universe will supporting you.
Very true. Very true.
Supporting you.
I think you make a very good point there where, people sometimes have an ego or they're too proud and they think, oh, I don't need help. I want to do this myself. And you make a very good point there that for the viewers here who are like that, who you think, oh, I want to do this on my own because I want this to be my accomplishment. It's important. Yes, it's your accomplishment, it's your want, but as Coach Wawang said, you can still get help. You can still get someone to type it for you. You can get someone to help coach you, get you in the right mindset. You can get someone to even sit there and record it for you if you need to. You can get someone to maybe one of your friends to call you up every day and say, hey, start writing, start recording, right? So remember, I think Coach Wawang makes a very good point there. Yes, it is your accomplishment. Yes, you want to be the one in charge, but support comes in very different shapes and forms. And just because you're getting support, it doesn't mean it's not your accomplishment, right?
Yes.
But we all need someone to help us. We're humans. We're social creatures. We can't do things on ourselves. So another very, very beautiful point you make there, Coach Wawang, about getting support. Don't be too proud. Don't let your ego get in the way of, oh, I need to do this myself, so I'm not going to do it until my brain works properly or whatever. That's a very good point. So talking a little bit about your leadership coaching, what would you say to new leaders who are going into a leadership position? Have you ever coached someone who's transitioning from maybe lower management or they're looking just to get into management, just to get into a leadership position? As a leadership coach, like, what advice would you give them and what questions would you ask them? To ask themselves.
Okay, actually, the first thing first, Coach David, is we need to make them aware that the leader is leaders. I mean, leader is nothing to do with talent. Yes, leader can be learned, but leader choose that they are a leader. So we build the awareness that the leader is the good thing. Why? Because the task of the leader is to influence other people to live better.
Right.
Meaning, this should be in the mindset should be because life is like John Maxwell said, life will put you in the position. When you are in the position of the first position, meaning is the leader by the position, leader by the task, by the job. But then you need to create value until you are becoming leader who giving a result. So if you are aware, actually, then the next step is become easier. Because a lot of people actually, David, in the workplace, right? They want to earn money, but they doesn't want to take responsibility. Leadership is about
like that.
Yeah, it's about responsibility. Responsibility meaning there is two words: respond and ability. Respond and ability.
Right.
Leader meaning have the leader, the good leader is can able to respond the situation, right? I mean, is because the situation we cannot predict the situation.
Right.
But
so they need to be able to be adaptable. They need to be able to be spontaneous and decisive. And as you said, respond quickly, respond well. Maybe they'll make a mistake, but at least they'll respond. Okay, good. How about the ability part?
The mistake is coming from the ability. Right? This why is respond and ability. Meaning is responsibility. Ability meaning is time to learn. Right. Meaning is spending time with reading, learning from other people. That's come ability. Right. There is one is the technical meaning is learning about the job. Ability meaning is the learning about the people behavior. Ability meaning is the how can quick responding. It's like when you playing the badminton, you know, David. This is the metaphor. When you are playing the badminton, people is watching you. Other in the other side of net, right? They're watching you. Are you good or not? Right. From where? From the reflect, you know. When you are on the other side, you put the ball like that over the net, and the people behind the net, they will respond to you, right? Right. And then you start watching. Oh, is it a beginner? Is it the expert or still learning? Or he doesn't know about that, right?
Nice metaphor.
So leadership is response and ability. If you are good, wow, bola tinggi, then balik bola tinggi, right? And then and everything.
That's very good metaphor.
Leadership is something like that because people seeing you. Right. Leadership is nothing to do with heart, soul, man, everything. Yes, but again, leadership is we can see people how he behave, how he respond, how his act. Because result, everything is the end of the product, is the outcome. Right. But as people, again, is how he interact with situation, he interact with people. Again, leadership about communication, so on and so on. Yes, but again, I mentioned to you, leader is affecting people, impacting people, who give people to be a better life. So if you are there, so this is why as the coach, we need to build the awareness.
Right.
Are you
aware that make them aware that they're responsible, not just for themselves. Now they're a leader. They're responsible for the people below them. They're responsible to the stakeholders, and they need to, I guess, understand and have this awareness of now my role is much larger, and then go back to that responsibility. How do I respond in this situation with a stakeholder? How do I respond in this situation with a client? How do I respond in this situation with a staff member? And then what ability do I have to respond in the right way with these people? Or what ability do I need to learn? What ability do I need to observe in my staff, in the clients, to then be able to respond better? Wow, that's
that is good thing. Why you become a coach? Myself is coach or mentor or every whatever profession that I have. But as long as they help people to become better, actually, it's not one person. When you are coaching one person, it's not mean one person. Because the impact after he changed, he transformed, actually, is connect other people, parent, keluarga, his social, right? And become a better. So this is why the profession about author, coach, mentor is happy. It's a good thing, right? You want a good thing in life, right? So,
absolutely.
I'm happy.
It's like that. It's like the saying again. It reminds me of the saying, right? If you want to change the world, you first have to change yourself.
It is.
And by changing yourself, you change those around you, and those people then change people around them, and that change keeps going until you see the change that you want to build or you want to see. And I think a lot of companies, I'm looking at your quotes there on your wall. The most dangerous phrase in business is because we have always done it this way. And that is just such a true thing about businesses that have failed. If we look at all historical businesses that have failed, is they didn't change. They didn't look at themselves. They didn't say, okay, I need to change. I need to change myself, which will then change the company culture, which will then change the employees, which will then turn loss into profit, which will then turn into success. I love it. I love it.
I love it, David. I love it. I love it. I love
I
it,
love
David.
it. I
It's
love it.
life. Life is
It's
happy,
very,
right?
very,
Yeah.
very true. Very, very true. So,
Yeah.
Coach Wawang, you talk about sharing a lot. You talk about how you can give. You talk about knowledge, kind of these values, sharing your knowledge. Do you think that writing a book is the only way to do this? I mean, now we have so many platforms, people share on podcasts, people share on YouTube, people share on ebooks, for example. Now, I think ebooks are becoming more popular.
Right.
What do you think about that? Those different platforms. How do you see the future of this as an author, as someone who's written 10 books, very successful writer? How do you see this technology changing the way people learn?
Yeah. Thank you, David. I should say is technology, David.
Yeah,
But again, reading a book is like such a hard copy, something like that. Because today, although the technology is still there, technology is become easier, become modern, right? But people is still like, still
yeah.
like what? Because it smell good, it smell good.
They like
This
the
is
touch, the
yeah,
feel, yes,
yeah.
the smell, yes, true.
Yeah. It's about 65% until now is people still like to read the
Very
book, the
true.
real. But of course, I also doing the platform, the digital one. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, podcast, everything. I think that the good and new thing,
right,
and the good media because people can learn from everywhere. People
right.
now it's become more visual, right? Some
Mm,
people like kinesthetic, right?
right.
Smell, touching, something like that. People is like hearing. This way now
There's
become
more
better and
options. There's more options now, I guess.
more option. Yes, it's more not just kinesthetic but auditory, visual is there.
Right,
So
right.
this why, Coach David, there is no reason to stop learning.
That is what Didikanku is about. Keep
About your
learning.
channel, this is about
Keep,
your channel.
keep going up the stairs. Keep,
Yes,
because,
yes.
and you go up the stairways to heaven.
You're right, David. You're right. You're
little,
absolutely right.
a
Yes,
little
yes.
joke, but that is kind of why I started Didikanku, because I believe that a very famous quote from Isaac Asimov, who was
Yes.
basically a futurist, right? And he always said, education is not something you can finish. And I totally agree and totally believe that no matter how old we are, no matter how much we know, the world changes and we will always need to learn something. We will always need to learn new technology, new knowledge. We're going to learn new things about planets, about maybe aliens one day, maybe time travel, who knows, right? But we
Who
will,
knows?
who knows, right? We don't know. I mean, we didn't know about COVID, and now we have to learn to live with COVID. We have to learn to adapt with COVID. We're always learning, and education is just something that it never ends. But I also feel it's something that we need to share. We need to share our knowledge, as you said in the beginning. That I totally agree with you. It's a very powerful message. For the audience who missed it, I would say go back, watch this video again, really take in everything that Coach Wawang has said. For some of our audience on Patreon, there's worksheets that you can use to really digest all this knowledge, all this experience that Coach Wawang has shared with us today. So Coach Wawa, I do have a question. You know, my Indonesian isn't great. Are your books in English?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I am, David.
Your books are in English. You've translated them
Okay.
into English.
Today is not yet, David.
Okay.
I'm is bahasa. Why? It's because 200 and again reason, right? 230 people, a million people in Indonesia, and
Yes.
I just focusing to serve Indonesia.
Got it.
But of course, I'm speaking as a speaker in the outside of Indonesia, yes, but all the book is still in bahasa.
Okay. Well, I would love to read your books. If you end up translating to English, if you have this idea, you know, I could help you. My Indonesian is pretty good. I know translators who are certified, who have translated government documents, all sorts of things. So I think it would be a good learning experience for myself, and I would be able to understand your books a bit better. You could share your knowledge even on a broader international
So
scale.
I can send you the book, David, and you start read my book. Oh, okay.
That would be wonderful. That would be absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I just wanted you to ask that question just for some of our international viewers who maybe would like to read your books, but they don't speak Indonesian, they don't read Indonesian or understand Indonesian. Perhaps do you have a plan to translate it to English? I think hearing from you now, you do. I hope.
Not yet, David. Not yet,
Okay.
David. I just focusing on Indonesia, and this way a lot of people is pushing me to outside. But I said this, it's better to do the thing that focus and just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good because temptation is there, but I'm not that kind of person.
Okay. Well, again, like what if I supported you to translate?
Oh, sure. Sure, David.
I guess that's we can talk about that.
Collaboration, right? This call is collaboration. It's nice. It's nice.
This is for the audience here. This is how we support each other. See, we were talking about something, and who knows? Maybe we're going to support each other. Maybe 3 months from now, I can tell the audience, or 6 months from now, I can tell the audience, guys, you want to read this book? It's been translated. This is well, maybe by me, but the point here is for the audience that you know, even we as coaches, even we as people, there's opportunities to support each other, and I think that's the message that I want to share here. It's not I want to translate your books. I want to translate your books for you and try to maybe get a profit of it. But the point here is there's always ways to get support. You never know where that will come from. And I hope, Coach Wawang, we can have a conversation 3-6 months from now. And we can tell our viewers, did we end up supporting each other? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I guess we'll have to.
I like it, David. I like it. Yes. But, agree with you.
I would love to read your books, and if you're generous enough to share them, that would be awesome. If not, I would happily go out and buy them. Just tell me where to go. I think you can also just wait a minute. At the end of this segment, we'll ask you, like, where can people get your books and how can they get in touch with you?
It's easy, David. You can.
Sorry, let me just cut you off for 1 minute because we're running out of time. And I have one really important question that I need to ask you. So let's say your time on earth has come to an end. You've written all your books, you have 10 books. Please don't make it sad. You've accomplished everything in life that you wanted to accomplish. You've written your books, you've shared your knowledge, you've lived a full and happy life. You're moving on now to a better place, but you can only leave 2 pearls of wisdom for everyone left behind to remember you by. This is your friends, your family, people who don't know you. All your books you have to take with you, all your knowledge you have to take with you, except 2 pearls of wisdom. What would these 2 pearls of wisdom be?
Wow, it's very tough question, David. But again, number 1 is the good thing, because the good thing always easy to remember. But it's not easy. But at least we are is left by the good thing. Of course, again, left with the book, because like this, David, I like the quote again. Back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Whatever we want, we can achieve as long as we help other people to achieve it. So only that, David.
That's
so if I want something, it's just I help anyone. Meaning is not you, anyone.
That's an awesome message.
Not Indonesian, not Australian, just anyone. Help them.
Not like you look at their status, even if they're a janitor, even if there's someone on the street that we can help them. And sorry, what did you say? Everything will kind of open up. Is that right?
Yes, you're right.
That's a very, very great message, a very good pearl of wisdom. And I think your second one was share your knowledge. Write a book.
Write a book. Only that's too, David. That because yeah, if you're asking me how I have, yes, I have everything with this. Right, with this equipment, with the this blessing, brain, body, everything, I can do anything. The good thing.
We can all do anything. The viewers out there, don't ever tell yourselves that, oh, I need this, I need that. Listen to Coach Wawang, listen to him. I think he makes a very, very important point. You have a brain, you have a body, you have fingers, you have even if you don't, you can get support. People can help you. So those people out there who maybe have a disability, look what Stephen Hawking's accomplished and his disability. So use what you have. Don't tell yourself that I need this first, I need that first. Do it. Take that first step. Take Coach Wawang's advice, and I hope everyone learned a lot from this interview. I know I did. Thank you so much, Coach Wawang, for your time, for your generosity to share your journey, your story, some of your hardships, your advice. So just one last thing. If people are interested in reading your books, if people are interested in talking to you, maybe they want to reach out to you for leadership coaching, or they want to reach out to your company to increase productivity, what is the best way for them to do this?
Okay, for the book, you can go to the Google Book. You can go to Google Book or the Media Digital.
Yeah.
You can find that. Number 2, you can go to the Instagram, then W Sukmoro. Sukmoro. W Sukmoro.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. That's it.
Those are the 2 ways. So those are the 2 ways: Instagram at W Sukmoro or Google Books. Is it?
Google Book or the Gramedia Digital.
Or Gramedia Digital. How about just going straight to Gramedia?
Some is there, but some is not. But on the digital, because in today from Australia, you can find my book, right? You can read from the Google Book.
Awesome.
Or
awesome. So for all the viewers, if you're interested in getting those books, I will leave the link. And I'm assuming your Instagram, that can also help viewers get in touch with you for leadership
Right.
and productivity, and anything else. Is that correct?
Sure, Coach David.
All
Correct.
right. So for all the viewers, I will leave that in the description. Those three links. And if you're interested and you enjoyed this this session, this interview, please leave your comments. Please subscribe. And please, if you have any questions also, leave them in the comments. I hope that Coach Wawang will be generous enough to come back, and perhaps we can address some of your comments, some of your questions in the next session while we give you an update of what happened and
Sure.
whether or not we did actually support each other on our journeys. So thank you all for your time today.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. I know time is precious, and thank you, Coach Wawang, of course, but thank you to the viewers, the listeners, for taking the time to actually listen to this. And I hope you learned a lot. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Coach Wawang. Really hope to talk to you again. For now, this is your host, David, signing off from Didikanku. Thank you very much, and have a great day or evening or afternoon, wherever you are around the world.
Stay safe, stay healthy, David.
Yes.
See you.
Oh, yes. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay productive, and stay positive. Very important. So thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.